Earlier this year, I set up a fashion studio in Lagos, Nigeria. And before then, nobody told me, nobody warned me. I mean, nobody told me what it was going to be like. Nobody told me what I was going to spend exactly. I was just doing it, and the Holy Spirit was guiding me all through. So, in this video, I'm going to be telling you if you've always wondered what it will cost to set up a fashion studio in Lagos, Nigeria, especially, then this video is for you because I'm going to be giving a breakdown. I'm going to be giving an estimate of what it will cost to set up a fashion studio on a small scale. So it doesn't have to be the big fashion studio. So just like mine, I'm going to put it somewhere on the screen. I'm going to be letting you know what it will cost from scratch, start to finish, so you can get prepared. You can prepare yourself for 2026, just in case you have plans of opening a fashion studio. So keep watching this video and let's get right into the video. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. My name is Lola Oluwashosi and this is my channel, Lola Oluwashosi, where I talk about fashion, lifestyle, and everything in between. If you're just seeing my face for the first time, definitely a video brought you to this channel. So let me know in the comment section what video brought you to my channel, and I'm going to comment back. So if you see me sitting down like this, long time no sit down videos, when you see me sitting down like this to do a video on fashion, just know that that video is going to be very, very useful to you, especially if you're a fashion designer. So in this video, like I said earlier, we're going to be talking about what it costs to set up a fashion studio in 2025 to 2026 in Lagos, Nigeria, to be specific. So the reason why I'm saying Lagos, Nigeria is because this estimate I'm giving may not be the exact same thing with other parts of Nigeria, but for Lagos, Nigeria, I'm very, very sure because I set up a fashion studio earlier this year and it was a rough ride. I'm not even going to lie. So I have literally everything on my phone. I documented every single thing I spent when I was setting up my fashion studio. I mean, just because so that I can know what I'm working with. Like I said earlier, nobody sat me down and told me this is how much you're going to spend. I wasn't planning to do an elaborate studio, just something very small. I would have few tailors, just something very homely. I needed to get out of my house, basically. That's why I set up a fashion studio. So this is just an estimate for a fashion studio on a small scale. I would say a small scale because my fashion studio is not very big. I'm working with a two-bedroom flat. I think I'll call it a mini flat actually because it's a mini flat but has an extra room. So the room is really small, but Lagosians will call it a two-bedroom flat. So I'm going to give you an estimate. So sit back, relax, and let's get to the video. Now, so if you're looking at setting up a studio, the first thing I want to tell you is please don't set up a studio for the wrong reasons. It's just like when you are going for NYC or when you finish school and you're eager to leave your parents' house and you hear people saying, nothing there outside, though, stay at home, nothing there outside, stay in your papa house, and we'll be laughing about it. It's not funny because it's the same thing when it comes to setting up a fashion studio. I would also say if you know it is not extremely important to get out of that comfort zone, if you know it's not extremely important yet to leave your house and go out there to start sewing, then by all means stay and gather as much fun as you can. But if you know it is time, when it is time to expand, you will just feel it. You will know from everything. So if you know it's time, you can expand. But just be prepared psychologically, mentally, spiritually, and financially. Now, I wasn't prepared. I was prepared. I don't even know. I was prepared spiritually and mentally. I don't think I was prepared mentally. But yeah, let me just give a breakdown. So the first thing you should be looking at when you are about to set up a fashion space, obviously rent. Because if you are moving into a space, you are going to spend money on rent, definitely, most definitely. And if you're in Lagos, Nigeria, you would know that rent for any kind of space is not cheap. Be it store, be it cubicle, be it outside space. Nothing is cheap in Lagos. So the first thing you should be looking at is rent, and you need to ask yourself the question: what kind of space do you want to set up? Do you want to set up a small space, a store, or do you want to do an apartment? For me, I wasn't looking into getting a store at all. I was looking at getting an apartment because I wanted a fashion studio, not a fashion store. It doesn't mean if your budget allows a store, you start from there. Don't postpone and say you must get a house. So I got a house, and like I said before, it was a mini flat but with an extra room. And in Lagos, if you look at it these days in Lagos, getting a store is extremely expensive. Same thing with getting a house. It's almost the same price. That's why I advise people, if you are getting, just get a house. If you know that you're getting a store, you're getting it for 1 million, you're getting a house and you're getting it for 1.1, you'd rather just go to a house. But just make sure it's a compound where they would allow you to actually use it for um fashion. It's not a very, very residential area where you would not start disturbing with machines and everything. So for rent, if you are looking at getting a store in Lagos, you should budget between 500K to 1 million for now in busy places in Lagos. This estimate I'm giving you is for Lagos mainland. Mind you, anything I'm giving you will probably be tripled or doubled on Lagos Island, but this is Lagos mainland. My studio is at Yaba, Lagos, Lagos mainland. So that's what I'm giving an estimate for. So for rent, if you're going for a store, you should be looking at 500, between 500 to 1 million. And for an apartment, let me say a mini flat, let me start with a mini flat or a self-con. For a mini flat or a self-con, you should be looking between, still between 800K to 2 million for just rent. If you're going for self-con, you should be looking between that 800 to 1 million to 1 point something. And then if you are looking at getting a mini flat or something bigger, you should be looking at 1.5 million to 2 million upwards. Depends on your location on the mainland. If you are looking at Yanopaja, First Stack, you will definitely get cheaper. If you're looking at Yaba, Bagada, Surulere, then to definitely be more expensive. So for rent, if you know you are going with an apartment, just know you are budgeting 800 and above, 800 to 2 million, 2.5. And if you're going for a store, you can budget 500 to 1 million, depend on the place. So now that I've gotten rent out of the place, now you've entered the house. And when you're budgeting, please, in Lagos, whether a store or you are going for house, you're going to budget, and you're going to budget agency and agreement, caution fee, legal fees, everything may amount to 500K and above. I paid over 500K for just those things, agency and agreement, legal, and all those. I paid well over 500K for all those things. So please, when you're budgeting, make sure you budget all those also. Now, another thing you want to now look into is getting machines. I want to believe that if you are setting up a studio, you would have been sewing already, so you're going to have like equipment already. But since you're entering a new space, you may want to get more. For me, I had some machines already, but I had to get an industrial machine. I had to get a tabletop machine, and an industrial machine. Industrial machine is about 450 to 480K, depends on the type you want. Please be writing this down because it's very important. So industrial machine is about 450 to 470K, depending on what exactly you are getting. Now, tabletop machine, the normal butterfly tabletop machine that I use is about 140,000 naira. So yeah, it depends on what you want to get. You may want to get a lot of weaving machines, a lot of industrial machines, a lot of manual machines. But I already had some of this, so I didn't have to get so much. Now, another very important thing when you enter the house are two things. Depends on what the place looks like. Is painting and electricals. Those are like my major. Those are like the major things for me. I won't say they cost so much, but they're the major things because when you enter a space, you have to put your electricals in order. It's a fashion studio, you have to sew. If you're entering a space, you have to put the interior in order. So I had to paint. And for me, painting my mini flat was it cost me about 420K in total, including buying the paint and painting. So when I got there, the house was not dilapidated. The house was cool. I think it was just newly renovated. So it was still looking good, looking sharp. So I didn't really need to do much, but I wanted to change the color of the paint to white because it was a darker color. I needed white because for pictures and everything. So I had to change the paint, and everything cost about 120K, 120, 125 in total. Now, after painting, the next thing for me was electricals. I had to put electricals in order. I had to add a lot of switches, like a lot of what do they call it? Connection box, basically all those things, so that I can have like different parts to plug my machines and everything. And you need to, I will advise you to do that. And then when I was doing my bulbs, I didn't go for the normal bulbs. I went for rechargeable bulbs so that if we're sewing and they take the light, we'll still be able to see what we are sewing. So all the bulbs in my studio, every single part of the studio were rechargeable bulbs. And one of those bulbs like 7 to 8K. So calculate it. So for electricals for me cost over 100K. Just if you're doing electrical, no matter how small the place is, just budget like 100K first. If you're now doing all the ceremony like chargeable bulb, tracker light and all that, you can now increase your budget. But just for normal electricals, put like 100K first. Now for me, I had to get tracker light. Tracker light are those black lights you see that you can move. That's usually in studios. So for tracker light, I think my tracker light was like 30K. I got four. It was like 30K. So every single thing I spent for electrical was close to 200K or even more. So I already told you what to estimate when you're doing that. Now the next thing was, because I also got chandelier, and chandelier was like 50K. So imagine. So I'm not even calculating the chandelier, the tracker light, the rechargeable bulbs. I'm just calculating like the whole connection and everything. But I spent well over 200K for that. Now the next thing was my, which is another very important thing to us fashion designers, was my signage. I'm going to be putting it on the screen as I'm talking about it. Was my signage. So I had to do the whole signage with my business name, Zokbel. And the signage alone, the signage has lights in it so they can switch on and switch off if you want. So my signage alone was about 85K, and I had to buy the board, every single thing, setting up my signage, like the footed panel, the signage, the board, that particular space you are seeing, just that part, everything cost over 200K. It was like 250K because the board was like over 65K and I had to get more than one. The floated panel was like 28 to 30K. The signage itself was 80K. I had to call, pay to fix it. So it cost well over, in fact, I think I would say well over 300K for just my signage board fixing. That's what just my signage board fixing costs. Now, the next thing you want to look out is now like getting things in the studio, like cutting. Very, very, very important. For my cutting, I spent over 150K. I think I spent about 160 or so for my cutting. Like I said, I'll be giving an estimate. What I spent will not be exactly what you spent. But if you're looking to get something like mine, at the end of this video, you will know the total money to hold at least to before you think of setting up a studio. Now, for my cutting, like I said, it cost over 150K. I had to get like two burnt orange cuttings. I will show it in the video. Very long. I had to go from top to down, and it was really good quality cuttings. So plus the rods and everything. For the other parts of the house, I already had some cuttings. So if you know you are going to be cutting everything, you may budget more than that. Now, another thing that really took money for me was my table. Like setting up, I had to set up a table, a cutting table that also acts as a cupboard. I'll show it in this video if I can find a clip. It was a cutting table, and that cutting table cost me 200K. So it's a cutting table that I can expand, an expandable table that has cupboard. So that's where I store my fabrics and store so many other things, materials, equipment, and all. And then I also use it to cut and iron. Another thing I had to pay for too was another table where I put my tabletop machines. So I have like about three tabletop machines or four. So I had to make a table for them and my weaving machine just to place all of them. So that one cost me, I think, over 20K also. What else? The remaining ones are just small, small things. I think I've mentioned the major ones, which was electricals, signage, painting. What else? So every other thing, these are the major, major, major things I did. Every other thing was 10K, 15K. When I call somebody to fix my cutting, when I call somebody to check the water, plumbing, the floor, the cleaning, just small, 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 small. It's becoming a small, small. 10K, 15, 10K, 15, 20. How you know you have spent 1 million? So these are like the major things. I can't think of any other major thing. Like maybe if I was in the studio, I would have been looking and be saying it. But other things I spent money were minor, like my packaging. I just came into the studio so I needed to like upgrade and change. So I changed my packaging, my branding, stuff like that. It costs a bit of money. And yeah, that was it. So this is it for the major things. So if you know you are looking at setting up a studio, these are the major things. Every other things are small, small. Small things you just pay for upkeep of the house, electricals, lights. I had to get a prepaid. It wasn't me. I didn't pay for the prepaid. It was the landlord, but I had to like start buying my card and all that. So those are the things you need to put in place like every month. So if you do a total of this, yeah, for the rent alone, you should be looking at 2 million for the rent alone. No? So if you do a total of every other thing spent, it would amount to maybe another 2 million. So with this calculation, you should know that if you are setting up a studio, a fashion studio at a small scale, a normal scale, you should be looking at between, I hope my mic is still on. You should be looking at between 3 million. That 3 million is small, let me not lie, but I'm saying 3 million because I want to assume that if you can get rent for 1 million, then the remaining 2 million is for setup. But if you are getting rent for 2 million, you should think of another 2 million for setting up alone. You're getting rent for 3 million, you should think of another 2 million. Depends on your space. My space is small, so I spent, let's say, 2 million setting up. So if your space is bigger, the bigger the space, the bigger the money. So long and short of the story, if you're looking at setting up a studio in Lagos, Nigeria, you should be looking at holding between 3 million to 5 million or even 10 million or 15 million. Depends on where you're living. But for a small scale fashion studio, 3 million to 4 million is fine. If you are on the mainland, like Yanokanta, down there, then 3 million is fine for a very, very small studio. So yeah, I hope you already know, if you watch this video from the beginning to end, you already know what you need to estimate in 2026, what you need to save towards for to set up a really, really small fashion studio. So if you got to the end of this video, thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. If you know you found the video helpful, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. It will help me. YouTube will recommend my videos to other people like you that may need it. Share this video to people you know would be helpful, to people that are thinking of setting up a studio, and then drop a lovely comment. If there's any other thing you would like to see, you would like me to talk about, let me know and I'm going to do that. Now, for those that watch my other videos, I want to say thank you for the lovely comments, for the encouragement. I think that's what keeps me going, even when I'm very, very busy to make videos. So yeah, I won't stop making videos for you guys. I'm here to stay. But yeah, just let me know what you would like to see more on this channel. So thank you so much again. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and see you in my next video. Until then, keep winning. And yeah, before I go, just quick one. I have a second channel for those that don't know. This channel is literally for lifestyle and sit down and talk videos. I have another channel that is strictly for sewing tutorials. In that channel, I'll teach you how to cut and how to sew strictly on that channel. So you can follow that channel if you want to learn how to sew, especially if you're a beginner. I also have online classes for people that want to learn how to sew. I have physical classes for people that want to learn how to sew. So reach out to me. I'll drop my you can reach out in the comment section. I can send you my email in the comment section or in the description. And yeah, you can also reach out to us on Zokbel Academy on Instagram. See you in my next video. Until then, keep winning.